Gemini, this is your December reading. Pre-read, intuitive pre-read. I just heard, I was literally about to turn my camera, you know, toward myself in order to redirect the energies. I don't know if you can hear that, but my upstairs neighbor is there's nobody up there. If I was to open my door right now, nobody would be standing at her front door. It's her. Okay. I'm just going to tell you, I think you might be either trying to get someone's attention or someone's trying to get your attention. I don't know what that's all about. Guess we'll have to find out. I'm going to use this mix and match deck. I haven't used it for a while. Miss Ophelia is going to help us as she wants to. Oh, that's why. Hello. So right off the bat, it's I feel like you could be trying to communicate with someone across a distance, and you may not be able to use your voice box. I don't know why that is. There's something very regal coming out over here. Something kind of new, not yet finessed, yet net. There's something. Okay, I just heard someone be like Yahtzee. It's almost like you caught a. I don't know why I'm seeing fishermen on a boat, like the deadliest catch, right? That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Is I, Ophelia really wanted to be involved with that, and now she's all over this deck. It's like there's somebody who's trying to let you know some things, but in a nonverbal way. It's like I don't feel like this is literally Robin Hood. I don't feel like this is like a little kid energy. I feel like this is almost like your Gemini. I don't know how to phrase this the correct way. Okay. It's almost like you're standing at the precipice of something, right? And you want to take flight, but you can't quite yet. It's like you don't have all the pieces of information that you need to make your final decision. And I feel like you could have a lot of outside influences trying to either knock you down, get your attention, kind of just pull at you. That's what I'm getting. And I don't know that you're necessarily paying attention. I think you may be trying to listen to what's going on so that you can figure out how to make yourself a new shirt. That's what I mean. This princess about to go to queen status, okay, but isn't quite there yet. That's it. It's almost like that little princess, the little girl inside of you or little boy inside of you is do you remember, if you're coming of age, you're coming into your own. The princess is not yet a queen, but she's already a princess. You know what I'm saying? And she's got to decide how to proceed with all this outside ruckus and noise and people trying to influence this and influence that and tell her how to do this. And look, that's what that is. That knocking, it's people telling on you. It's people trying to talk to you, trying to control what you're saying, how you're saying it, who you're saying it to, why you're saying it, where you're saying it. They're trying to say something to you that you're not really open to anymore. You might have been before, but not so much anymore. It's like once the rest of the information is fully understood between where you are and where you have been, you know, this is gonna look different. I don't know why I feel even she was implying I should use this. I'm just gonna pull 3 cards randomly because I haven't been putting them down. I'm gonna put it down, okay? Yeah, there's a leprechaun, but it's in reverse. It's like you don't want to go to court. You're not gonna have a hearing. There would be no point because that many people would be trying to, oh, well, this is my opinion and that's my opinion. You better shut up because of this and you better shut up because of that. No one would listen to you anyway. Yeah, it's like, even if you were, how they say this is Ophelia, by the way. Ma'am, introduce yourself. Even if you were to go through Pan's Labyrinth, okay, it's like you could have been yelling at the top of your lungs. Look, when you get there, don't eat the food, right? And it might have been because you were listening before and you heard them talking about spitting in all your condiments and trying to dip their finger and swish it around in your drink or something. It's like you overheard some conversations that you probably shouldn't. Delivers from Eva-esque. It's like it might have been what people would consider like mean was going on. So you already know that the food at the table, I just said that, shouldn't be eaten. Mm-mm. If you touch, this is Ophelia's input, I'm just hearing it. If you touch the food, you awaken the beast. Okay? Not a finger. This is an extension on that Christmas story kind of energy. All right? There's a need for you to kind of realize that not every cast is a luxury cast. I've heard Naomi Campbell likes to throw staplers at people's heads. It's a gossip. Okay? See how you wouldn't want to sit with me if you were Naomi Campbell? Because I'm just telling you what I heard through the grapevine. That guy, did you see her go like this? It's like you heard something through the grapevine that made you be like, you know what? Let me take my time. As a bartender, there's tricks to being a bartender because a lot of people want to buy you drinks all the time, right? You can have a beer that's sitting next to you that's half, you just dump half of it down the sink, right? The other half you keep in the bottle. When someone says, "Oh, why aren't you eating your food?" You take a bite or you take a drink or a shot, whatever, bite of food, whatever is going to make you feel well, right? And you put it in your mouth and then take a chaser with the beer. Shot, chaser. When you come back down, you spit the shot into the beer. Spit it out. It's something about like whatever you heard, you need to spit it out so that everyone at the table doesn't get poisoned. Okay? It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be somewhat appalling. It's going to be you're going to have enough of a spine and a backbone of your own that you can sit there and say, I'm not going to be awakening the beast. If the beast wakes up, it's going to be because somebody else at this location has taken a full bite out of this turkey leg, right? They were carving the ham, they were carving the turkey, they were carving the chicken, the duck, everything. You did not take a bite the whole time. I'm hearing that line from My Big Fat Greek Wedding where he's like, "You don't eat no meat." Yeah. So this is that's what this is. You need to kind of take a pause. Don't so much listen. Try to understand. Because you can hear things. It doesn't mean you heard what someone said. You could say, "What?" right after that because you didn't hear them. You heard something, but you didn't hear what they were saying. In this case, Gemini, I feel like you clearly heard what was said. I feel like not only did you clearly hear what was said, you clearly understood what was said. You listened some more and figured out that you shouldn't be eating this food. Okay? I'm hearing Beyonce chefs because she's a treat. Yeah. Some people don't. I'm not talking about Beyonce. So just stop. Put Naomi Campbell and Beyonce out your head. I'm using celebrities as examples because that's the best way I can explain to you how this Pan's Labyrinth kind of maze, corn maze, with a scarecrow in it. Yeah, that's what this is. It's mental. Whatever this is mentally going on with you. She's up there like either putting up a ton of new pictures on the wall or is trying to get one of the other next door neighbors' attention, which would be difficult because she's at the very top. Okay? Doesn't matter. Very sweet girl, right? But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you necessarily enjoy the outside interruptions. If you've seen Winona Ryder, she's got that movie Girl Interrupted. That's kind of the way that this reading started off, is I feel like you almost feel like whatever table you've been making, or that, you know, higher power has been setting in front of you, other people are trying to really knock you off your path. Okay? They're swiping at you left and right. It's like you're needing to run. You feel the need to run away, or to, like, I don't know. There's something about runaway. It's a dash or dancer, run away from the situation type of scenario. I don't know if this means that, because this is coming out directly over the feast. I'm not kidding, Gemini. There's something that you either need to observe or that you have observed that needs to become apparent to everyone else as well. Yeah, there's the key. There's the bag. And there's that bottle of, remember I was just telling you about the beer? 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. Okay, anyway. You kind of, like, this is your response. So it is, I'm going to say this. There's a feeling like you may not be saying anything because you don't want to have to take responsibility for it. Understand, Gemini, that just because you say something doesn't mean that you are the one that did it. Okay? Maybe you are the one that did it. I don't know. You'll know how this applies to you. But the fact is, if you allow for whatever situation to continue going on here, I don't think that the long-term effect of that is going to be something that you're necessarily happy with. I don't think you're going to be pleased with the way things are going to have to unfold for everyone else to learn. We gonna learn today, all right? Whatever that's supposed to mean. You don't have to learn anything. You just have to. It's for those with the ears to hear, the eyes to see, the nose to smell, a life to live. Other people need not apply. You might be the only survivor, the sole survivor of this meal. You might be the only one that comes out the other end of the labyrinth. Yep, look, here's Temperance, which came out kind of sideways. I should have tried to pay more attention to that. But this is Discipline, a bold legacy gift. And that's coming out here at the top of the reading. You heard something about a legacy. You heard something about maybe being plagued by something that if you don't tell people that the plague of locusts is coming, they're all going to be eradicated. Okay, I'm giving a facetious example, but I am also being honest. That there's something you're either not listening to, not hearing. You're not hearing something out, somebody out. It's something about that. You're not getting something, or someone's not getting something from you. Right. I am determined. This is in the reverse. It is the Queen of Wands. So you could be dealing with a fire sign individual. Gender doesn't really matter in tarot necessarily. If you take your gender seriously, then yes, it does. This will literally be a female that it wears heels, is in the process of healing, perhaps. All I'm hearing here is I am determined, and there's ears in the reverse. This could be ears of any type. The neighbor's not going to stop. They're not going to stop. It's like someone's trying to huff and puff and blow your house down because they don't like it. For what reason? We don't know, and we don't care. Why are we going to eat the food? Because it's poisoned. It's got spit or some type of bodily fluid in it. Ear sebum. something. It's like someone was trying to test you out to see if you could. It's like the princess and the pea. You know, we had the princess in the beginning, and then the like the little boy or little girl. Yeah, if you want to show all the cards, you just be like, well, that's the princess and the pea. They're gonna test you to see how bold a discipline can you make. First of all, do you have discipline and self-control? Second of all, do you have discernment? And third of all, are you gonna break your own? Like, what can they get away with? That's what they really want to know. What can we get away with serving you? Slop from the pig's trough. Pig's trough. Or do you want like Fogo de Chow? I mean, she eats chow. She's like, the chow was good enough for me. But if you listen to what it says on the back of those cans and on the bags of Meow Mix, it is not made for humans to consume. Probably some type of cleanliness standard, right? If you believe that something is dirty or if someone's telling you that, then you're not going to be appetized by whatever's put in front of you. You're going to be grossed out. That goes both ways. Let's say that someone was talking about you. Let's say they were saying, oh, you don't have any discipline, especially for the table that's already been set in front of you. You're going to be like, what? I'm sitting at the table right here. I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you. I was here. I've been here. Now I'm a has-been. I'm just sitting here getting old, catching flies with my open mouth, not eating anything off the table, right? Just understand that the frogginess or being hoarse to the point where you have to all up on someone else doesn't really work. You can knock all day long. If she had something to say to me, she would come to my front door. I could bang on the roof with my broom. That would be pretty cowardly. Cowardly of me, right? If you're my neighbor, aren't we all in good hands? You know, it's kind of the feeling here. It's like someone's trying to see how much you've healed. They want to know how much discipline you have running in heels. How much discipline do you have if you had to run in heels? Because men will tell you all day, or women will tell men, that both the sexes tell each other, and same sex too. Like, it doesn't really matter what your preference is. There's so much criticism. It doesn't matter. In any relationship, if you expect a child to run as fast as a full-grown adult, you're crazy. If you expect a cat to swim like a fish, you're crazy. Okay? It doesn't mean that the cat is useless. It doesn't mean the fish is useless. It doesn't mean that the child is useless, and doesn't mean that the adult is useless. It means that there's not been enough healing for you to understand what was said. That children are smaller than humans, or like adult humans. Their little legs have to take like 5 times more steps to keep up with one human stride. Adult human stride is what I keep trying to say. This is the in-between. You're going to be tested. It's like trying to qualify for, I don't know, a fitness test, right? If you can't run a certain speed, if you don't have enough discipline to make it in a certain amount of time, you lose your key to whatever it is that the team you were trying to get on, the race you were trying to finish. If you're allergic to just about every kind of seafood, then you probably wouldn't be the best chef for some place like a fish restaurant, right? Because you couldn't taste the food as you're eating it, which would mean you never know how it tastes. It's something like that. It's something like you just go ahead and get it off your chest. I feel like you need to unload something, Gemini. Like you're oh, I feel that's how it feels. Is like you might want to just like haul off. And it says oops, and it says throwing shade. That's what I mean. Like maybe she's throwing shade, or maybe she's just trying to get attention. A lot of people just like a lot of attention. I don't know. Whatever it is, she could have been the chef of this meal that is in Pan's Labyrinth and could be offended that you didn't belch afterward. In some cultures, that's the case. If you didn't ask for seconds, in some cultures, that's the case. If you didn't finish your plate, in some cultures, that's offensive. If you didn't want to eat at all, in other cultures, that's offensive. You don't eat meat? Depending on where you're from, the standard of disgusting is going to change. She must be putting up a whole art gallery up there. A whole art gallery. Yeah, this is the Three of Wands in reverse. You're not, okay, remember how I was saying, like, in tarot, there's no gender? I'm telling you, Gemini, there's something about you, you need, like, it's almost like someone's talking about how they think that you are straight, but you're really homosexual, right? They think you're straight. So they set this table of straight things that you don't like to consume. You don't like to whine about things. You don't like throwing shade. You don't really like grapefruit. You don't care if the curtains match the carpet. Okay? Then you're like, I'm proud. I'm out. I'm proud. I don't know how you missed that. I don't know how that was what y'all was talking about when you had a whole meal of other things to talk about. Could have talked about the weather, some sports, a car, your job, your own self rather than me. A lot of assumptions. This is the fable we tell. This is the Three of Wands in reverse. So it says if you don't pipe up, you'll end up with something you're not proud of. What was I trying to tell you, Gemini? It's like if you don't learn that, I'm going to say learn to you because that's what's being taught to me right now. It's kind of that. It's the kettle calling the pot black. Okay. The pot calling the kettle black. No, actually, that's relatively colorful. If things are going to be black and white versus colorful, this just happened to be sitting on my table, by the way, so don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. It's a different type of fabric that you're cut from. Okay? We could switch it if that makes it easier for you to understand. It's a different type of fabric. When it's yin and yang or the rainbow, right? There's the rainbow and there's the yin and yang. Some people are going to see this as opposite, but some people don't have enough discipline to see this as poisonous either, to realize that they may be allergic to any number of items on the table. And I do want to say this is like kind of the table that was set because this is the wine. There's the feast. You have choices on how you'd like to go about this. What you don't have a choice about is this part. This is where it started. This is where whatever was being heard, whatever ears were being, piqued